CJ has it. Marshall steps back for the lead. Oh! Marshall puts it up and in! Take a look at it one more time. Quinto bites on the fake and Marshall turns into Super Marshall and gets that three-point shot to fall.
And that was not an easy shot to make, and San Miguel fans really enjoying this moment.
The Beermen fans now standing up here, the big dome.
Like I said, these guys are so deep. You could really go down and say, you know, they have 6 legitimate double-figure guys pretty much. He's averaging right there at 9, but everybody else got in at, you know, a very high clip.
So you see what they do? They go to a two-man game first with Junmar on one end, and then all of a sudden they go Chris Ross.
Oh, but of course we'll hear from her later on. And here's Gabe Norwood missing on the jumper. Here's another look at a touchdown pass, hopefully here for Ronnie Brondial. Oh, who finds CJ Perez? The amount of offensive rebounds that Rain or Shine conceded, 19, as you mentioned a while ago, as we take a look at that.
Of the pace that they play.
CJ Perez finding Terrence Romeo inside. Terrence Romeo scores a quick 5 points here for Terrence Romeo.
That's the problem when they have Tulianos. We look at this nice play, Perez to Romeo.
This best move of the game is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. As Terrence Romeo, again, starting to heat up here.
Bo Belga under the basket.
There were so many people just pointing at Marshall Lasser to watch out for him. And
Wow!
Big Mo! What a highlight for him here. The catch, the turn, and the shot.
It's gonna count.
That will be a 2-pointer for Big Mo Tautua.
And when you're a 7-time MVP, you're allowed to do that.
Yes, definitely. Well, he's developed a lot of new skills over the years.
Oh, what a fine coach. I'm so sorry.
Over for Taffin, I'd encourage him to keep penetrating because of that length. And of course,
outside shot, no good. But this space favors the San Miguel Beermen.
Absolutely. This is how they want to play. CJ, what a move.
After this coast-to-coast move from CJ Perez, one of the best in the open court, if not the very best in the PBA, looking pretty with it. CJ extending their lead to 6.
I thought in the first few minutes, San Miguel once again had a flat start. They were not able to defend the three-point line very well, so it had to take that one timeout by Coach George Gallant.
Perez now goes to the crossover. Eludes the defense, goes underneath the arms of Xavier Lucero.
Perez here in the first quarter. Sometimes he defers to Junmar in the beginning of games, but he is on attack mode today.
The space that he was able to.
The Kraken inside against Quinto. Deep position for Junmar. He gets double teamed, passes it out to Perez. CJ steps back for 3. That is smooth by Perez. What a pass there by Junmar, and even better finish here for CJ.
And now CJ will attack. CJ kicks it out. Terrence open momentarily for 3, and he torches the net.
Well, Lonnie Johnson apologizing to Javi. There was no backspin on that pass.
turn the ball over to Don Troliano. Troliano working on Santillan, and that time Troliano. Big boy strength for Don.
What a weapon to have coming off the bench here in Don Troliano. Bruiser. And then the guy checking in for him is suddenly one of the most gifted offensive players in the league, in Don Troliano. And we saw that 17 points in game 1. Now he has 4 quick ones here in game 2.
Well, the San Miguel Beermen,
and he made about 95% of them during the warm-ups.
I mean, that's a big weapon that Big Bo needs against Junmar.
And Fajardo scores on the other end.
Bates answers quickly. CJ on the drive. CJ goes reverse. Deep reverse layup is no good, but the putback was there as they opened up Junmar easily for this putback.
But you look at that.
If it were...
It's going to drop there to Junmar. CJ Perez with the open court.
Wow.
That's just too easy. When he saw Mark Baroka, his eyes just went wide open.
Good defense by Miranda, that one. Not allowing Junmar to get that inside position. There's Chris Ross doing what he does. Thievery.
Look at that sidestepping move, making it look so easy once again.
When the situation calls for it.
Yep.
Junmar Fajardo against his former Gilas teammate. No problem there for the Kraken.
Was able to get a foul from Almasan. Maybe that's the right thing to do for San Miguel, since we know that
Jay will give themselves another opportunity to reclaim the lead. Geron launches from downtown. It's good.
Told you. He is playing with so much confidence.
You know, there's always a running superstition that if you win an individual award, you might have a bad game in that same day. But not the case for Junmar.
That does not apply to Junmar because he's so used to it.
Of course, they will not be having Henry Galinato, who has started a couple of games for them. Suffering an injury in practice as Marcio Lassiter open to scoring with back-to-back triples.
You know, you have to rotate for those 15-foot jumpers of Junmar Fajardo. That's one thing that I'm sure they'll be looking at. 6-point lead. Another turnover right here for Terra Firma.
Two deadly fast break players.
Ross. Now, great position down low there. Not much he can do when Junmar has that possession.
Just to stymie and slow down the offensive production of this mighty Beermen.
But Coach Ryan, can you say that Raymond Almazan will have to become a factor offensively as well to help out Chris Banquero and their other guard?
Inside, kicks it out. Three-pointer, overshoots it for Bonquinto. CJ inside against Hodge. Reverse goes in.
That swipe, you know, that rip through will cause a foul, especially if he's in the plane or in that vertical.
Brondial is going to try to take advantage of the much smaller Clarito. Gets his own miss.
That's going to be his
Puts it in.
Second and one. There was a time where he was really like leading the league practically in rebounding. That just shows you how strong he is. And, you know,
In terms of having to end possessions for the San Miguel Beermen, because just like that, off an offensive rebound, a basket for CJ Perez.
offensive rebounds, also the penetration of CJ Perez, just like what we're seeing here now. And then, of course, the post-ups of Junmar Fajardo.
And only 23 points for San Miguel.
And limiting San Miguel is always so difficult as Junmar Fajardo battles for point number 4.
Junmar doing his damage this time off the offensive rebound here. Nice move coming from Junmar to get his fifth.
Remember, we actually knew that he was going to have limited minutes here because of his recent trip to Paris in Spain for vacation. And there is Romeo behind the back to Jericho Cruz.
A single day with the team. But this was such a great behind-the-back pass from Terence Romeo.
He is a highlight machine. TR7 finding Jericho Cruz.
You're allowed to do that.
Yes, definitely. Well, he's developed a lot of new skills over the years.
Oh, what a fine coach. I'm so sorry. As Rodney Brondial.
Miguel Beer shooting 11 of 15 from the field, 73%. They thwart that initial attack coming from Terence Romeo, but CJ from the same spot hitting another three.
Ahead, Pau and I said converge up by 12 points, and officially they're really up by 12 points. Their biggest lead in the game.
Oh, make that 9, coach, because Terence Romeo heard you talking and saying, let's trim it down to a single digit, please.
Disadvantage for them as we take a look at first that space given to Terence Romeo, and if you don't defend that.
But they missed their chance. Flores with the extra pass. Navarro blocked from behind, and now SMB will get the chance to score one last time here in the first quarter. Trollano beats the buzzer with a layup.
The Beermen, but I know these guys want to go undefeated here in this conference. CJ drives inside, drops it off. Brondial finishes plus the foul.
Ball drives so well, and yet he's so just unselfish to really share that ball with his teammates underneath.
As Terra Firma will get another stop. Javi rushing down court. That ball caroms off of Cruz, and it's taken away by SMB. Another three for Terence. Oh, he bangs it home.
To Datu. Asisio rather has to stay in front of Terence Romeo. Terence gets free, and Terence scores inside. Getting two off the glass, but here's Terence Romeo, the wizardry, coming in and getting two here for the San Miguel Beermen.
Jericho still with it. Nice pass over to Big Mo Tautua, who stuffs it in.
Mo's having a great night.
Here's that play once again. And this move of the game is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA.
I mean, these guys just execute the pick and roll so well. It's a very simple offense.
Marcio, Lassiter gets a switch. Tautua wants to post up against Alain Maliksi. Great cut from Jericho, and he scores inside.
You can be foundations for other squads.
Absolutely. And they have learned to adapt to their roles. Terence Romeo.
Will they look for the 2-for-1? Terence. Look at that nice find.
Terence over to Trolliano. Don. Now with the muscle man. Puts it up. And he's going to get the roll. I mean, that's what he does. He makes baskets.
Oh, yeah. Instant offense for...
Second quarter, that is a miss coming from Newsome, asking for a foul. Referee's not agreeing. Don Trolliano open for three. It's good.
Hey, Gilmore was the more active member offensively for the San Miguel Beermen. They were getting it all done as Chris Ross able to get the finish and one. As we take a look at that again, Chris Ross getting the basket and one. And again,
in the last game, I think Rain or Shine did a great job of keeping things at bay, and they really ran a lot. But at the end of the day, if your shots start missing the mark, San Miguel will make you pay.
He locates Trolliano. Good jumper, tough angle, well defended, but Tautua will give them another crack at it. Entry pass, Fajardo connects again.
Wild shot there coming from Jericho Cruz, cleared by Sanggalang. But Jericho Cruz not quitting on the play, goes to the reverse and scores!
He's a very dangerous player. I've seen Jericho.
Fajardo could not locate him, and the battle for the ball will be picked up by Cruz. Marcio from way downtown, that's good for three!
Fajardo will go back to Perez. CJ trying to be very aggressive today. Driving against Almazan, who has one foul, kicks it out. Jumar, too easy.
The 1-2-3 punch with Terence Romeo in there now. What a nice little dribble. Oh, look at so good. Shoot little basic bank shots. Look what he's doing. One big dribble, kaboom. A little bit of a Nowitzki off the back leg. And that is done.
Are just struggling to play their own brand of basketball and are forced to adapt to Rain or Shine's run and gun style. Into that would have been difficult, but let's take a look at this again. This spin move from Jericho Cruz, that attack. And again, who do they turn to here? Oh, they need to let it go. They go to Junmar Fajardo. Junmar pulls up for three. Oh! Junmar Fajardo gets the biggest three of the day!
Look at that. Junmar Fajardo. Nothing but net.
We can call him a stretch big, coach. Junmar Fajardo. Wow!
And that was challenged by Chris Newsome. But Fajardo showing why he is the best player of the conference, why he is a 7-time MVP.
And Junmar Fajardo, what a shot! Arguably one of the biggest shots he's hit in his career, but of course... Get his hands on the ball, I have no doubt he will be able to shoot that.
Oh yes, one of the best three-point shooters.
Terence Romeo showing off his range as well. His first three of the game.
And then of course here in the PBA, we're just waiting for him to really explode.
Terence Romeo thought about it, gets it back. Terence again! Win championships in the UAP in different schools. Let's take a look at this again. Terence Romeo getting the ball back there straight away from Moto.
Have a bigger lineup with Jamie exclusively playing at the small forward position.
Don Trolliano hits another three. It's been raining for the San Miguel Beermen. That will be their fifth. And Barangay Ginebra is playing good defense.
This is the one of the top teams defensively in this league, if not the best team.
And 8 points in this game so far. CJ Perez feeding the Kraken, gets it back, and CJ contorts for 2. Here, this is a complete turnaround to what we've seen a while ago. This best move of the game is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA.
And to generate scoring opportunities of their own. Carlo and Coach Mark.
Oh, Mo Tautua with a jam. 8 seconds left in this ball game. Pocket pass, picture perfect. Big Mo with a big jam. Forcing this early timeout from Northport. Batang Pierre, everything just falling for SMB. They're up 114-75.
Go back to Terence. Steps back, shoots. Gains the 3 and beats the third quarter buzzer.
Hold back to Isaac. They hand it off, but Ross read it like a book. Playoff Ross is on the move and he is gone.
Decision making being done by Terra Firma. That was a good attack coming from Javi, but he knew where the
Debut for the Range Fan Lancer Painters. One of the first few games he played was against the San Miguel Beermen. And one of the more memorable highlights na kahit talo sila, as Marshall Lasser drains a 3 here for San Miguel Beermen.
Perez. CJ stepping on the gas. CJ all the way to the cup for 2.
Attacking that basket.
And he timed this perfectly right here. He looked at the clock. You can see it right there in the screen. CJ turning on the Jets, the finger roll on Keith Datu right at the buzzer. CJ Perez in the open court, very difficult to stop, as everybody knows, as the San Miguel Beermen enjoy a 91-85.
Banquero evades the defense of Terence, but he is sent back. He is spiked out by the Kraken.
Planks that basketball out of the playing court.
Sabi ni Junmar, CB, konting respeto naman. masyadong mapangahas yung gusto mong layup.
Bounce pass goes to the wrong individual. It's a 3-on-2 break. CJ Perez, sidestepping move, up and under shot. Watch it here. The evolution. That best move of the game is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle.
At the same time, this is a very tough team to stop.
We've got veterans like Sean Anthony as well, though. Anthony. Big slam there by CJ Perez.
He wants to repeat. Wonderful pass here from Marshall. And there is CJ to throw it down. The nice slamma-jamma from 77. Reminds me of my youth. There was this guy named Joe.
Cruz still with it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Cruz lets it fly. Got it.
San Miguel has so many weapons.
42 apiece with a minute and change left in the first half of action. Geronteng uses a screen. A long 3 from JT is gone!
Wow. We definitely have a ball game. Let's see it once again. Look at this. From a couple steps behind.
Anjo Carab, the pull up and the block from CJ Perez. CJ on the attack, on the move, finding Jericho Cruz in the corner. Thought about it. Attacks Banquero and scoring off the glass.
The captain was doing so much damage inside. Didn't really have to shoot those outside jumpers. But when other bigger, taller guys came in, he was kind of forced out a few feet.
That's really something to look out for Kmart Carino.
Oh, Terence with a sharp dribble, and he completes a highlight with that fadeaway jumper.
Thompson forces the shot, looking for the foul, not going to get it. Romeo lets it fly, 3 ball on the way, Sweat!
CJ Perez on the move. CJ attacks, and layup is good! That is way too much time for you to give to someone like CJ Perez.
7-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Inside, nice drop pass,
beautiful
and
pass.
Junmar with a slam!
Great playmaking skills of the Beermen.